Guys, I'm live. How you guys doing? I'm on my walk. I want to do some walk rant. Some interesting points, I think, in this rant, though. I haven't necessarily said this exact thing before, so let's do it. First of all, I want to give a shout out to President Donald J. Trump. Thank you for reading my messages on your way back. I think she said you were back from Zurich or coming back from Zurich. I appreciate you reading my messages. It's really cool, and for asking what I think you should. I would like to see you accomplish next in your second year, which I answered, and thank you so much for keeping me in the loop of your of your experience. I really appreciate that. And now for the content of what I was going to say in this video. That was part of it about Donald J. Trump. Peace, love, and rock and roll, Donald. The thing about music itself, I wanted to talk about that I made a breakthrough. I mean, I've alluded to this kind of breakthrough before, but I think it's a little deeper this time. I've made a breakthrough where I really have accomplished guitar to the level I want in many ways. So part of me really is quitting in a sense, in that I'm no longer striving to keep pushing myself to be something I'm not, as an artist and as a guitar player and all that. But rather than just decide, will I keep playing or not? Because that's not really the best way to put it. The best way to put it comes from a scene from the movie I put a quote on yesterday, a movie called Point Break with Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves. And Patrick Swayze plays Bodhi. And one of the scenes, Bodhi says, "It's where you lose yourself to find yourself." That's the difference this time. It's like, yes, I lose myself by realizing that in some ways I'm quitting guitar, but at the same time I'm finding myself by letting guitar go, which is actually starting a whole new approach to playing as I continue to play. And that's the cycle I think I finally got myself into. That I hadn't really gone that far with it before. I've always said, well, maybe I could quit, but I'm not going to because I like it too much. But it's not just that. It's quitting to lose myself as a musician, to find it right back again, because I let it go. I'm willing to let it go, and that changes the process and makes it a different thing. It makes me a different Jimmie. It makes the music different, and that itself is actually a breakthrough that I haven't had in that exact way to that extent until just now. Since I was talking to Donald Trump and texting him, it came to me that this breakthrough, that it is like you quit. It is like you lose yourself, but then you find it. You find yourself again, and you don't quit. You just keep. You just play with a different. You play having found yourself instead of playing while searching for yourself. And it's a difference. And I'm not trying to brag or anything. It's not like that. These are all sincere processes. I really felt that. The moment I gave it up and decided I'm just going to quit guitar, and all that, it came right back to me. And then that's when I realized I found something else. I found part of myself by giving myself up for, losing myself. And then I found myself right back again. It took like maybe about 3/4 of a second. It just came right back to me. And I think that's kind of cool. And And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the changes in my energy and my vibe that are coming along with these breakthroughs, and will affect my music and everything else. And I was even thinking of the Donald Trump thing. I I'm um, I, I'm an open book to and a open-minded and willing to help with whenever way I can. So whatever happens, I just go with the flow. And and I'm honored, President Trump, that you text me or have your secretary text me and you read my messages. I appreciate that. And once again, Jack, I'm looking forward to parties this year. I'm not pushing you about it. You get back to me when you can, or when there's an opening for me to play. Just know I'm ready to play anytime. And I'm working on that set list a little bit too. It's like I'm finding that doesn't have to. The 6 songs that have been requested are mandatory, and that's Star Spangled Banner, Eruption by Van Halen, Free Bird by Leonard Skinner, Rape Me by Nirvana, Inner Sandman by Metallica, and and Back in Black by AC/DC. So that's mandatory. That won't go away. Those I'm going to do. Those are the bread and butter of my set list. But the other 10 or whatever songs I do, they can be flexible. I've got 10 in line, in order, that are written and ready to go. Written down, listed, ready to go. But if I feel like changing it up, I can. As I become a better musician, that's going to start to widen out. Like I know the ones I did today, Beautiful Girls and Women in Love by Van Halen. I know I made some mistakes in those. But first of all, that was a passionate take. Second of all, it was first take and only take. And third of all, now I've learned from the mistakes I made, and I'm going to do it better next time. That's the important thing. Yeah, I add material to my set list when I master it, and I master it sometimes by playing it and goofing it up, and then realizing, oh, that's what you're supposed to do. And then now I could add those to my set list at will. I could do Women in Love and Beautiful Girls at the party if it came to me to do it, or if someone requested it, or if I put it out there, does anybody want to hear it? That would already make 18 songs. So see, the set list amalgamates and changes and grows as I become a better musician. And I do believe I might even add Women in Love and Beautiful Girls if it comes to me, or if it feels right, because I learn it well by playing it and making the mistakes, and then going back and thinking about it and going, oh man, that's what it was, and then I'm better next time. And that's what I did with those 2 songs today. I didn't practice them so hard that I couldn't make a mistake, but I got the gist of it and played it with passion. But then I made some mistakes, and now I thought about it, and now I understand the tunes better. Now I know what Eddie's doing better, and I can pull it off live. I could pull those 2 songs off live at the parties. That would make 18 songs, or I could replace 2 of the 16 with those 2 and just change it up. I can always mix match and whatever feels right and whatever people want at that particular gig. But the first 6 songs I did name are mandatory. That's what I will play those. I'll play those first and at every gig, and then the rest. Just go with the flow. To make every show a little differently, and not and just also play what feels right at the moment. So, I love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.